Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and let's get straight into the Bitcoin charts today. This right here is the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and after playing out that dump in the Bitcoin price over the past 1 to 2 days, the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI is currently sitting in oversold territory, which is one of the reasons why we've seen a pause in this dump over the past few hours, because if you're looking back here in early April, we reached oversold territories in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, and if you're looking at what happened in the Bitcoin price at that stage, we actually saw a decent short-term bounce in the Bitcoin price. And other than the fact that the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI is currently oversold, if you're zooming out to the 12-hour Bitcoin chart, we are currently running into this level of support, which is sitting at around 42,500, and that did act as previous resistance back here in around the middle of March. But when you're talking about the shorter term trend, as in these trends that usually last for a few weeks or so, technically speaking, we are currently sitting in a short-term bearish trend because we're making lower highs and lower lows. And not only that, but if you're looking in the 12-hour parabolic stop and reverse indicator, also the 12-hour RSI and the MACD, all three of these indicators are pointing in the bearish direction. So as I mentioned in my last Bitcoin update video that I posted yesterday on the channel, the Bitcoin price on the 12-hour time frame is technically in this shorter term bearish trend, like what we saw in around the beginning of March and the middle of February. And these short-term trends that I'm talking about on the 12-hour time frame normally last for around 1 to 2 weeks on average, at least when you're going off everything that we've seen over the past 2 months or so. But even though the short-term trend is bearish for Bitcoin, something else to point out is the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI is making its way down towards oversold territories. We're not there just yet, but this is something to pay attention to moving forward, because looking at the last few times we entered into oversold territories in the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI, we were actually due for a decent move back to the upside. So like I said, this is just something to pay attention to moving forward. But when you're zooming out to the daily Bitcoin chart, we have now seen one daily candle close below the 45k level. In fact, we closed all the way down near 43k, which basically means on the daily time frame we have confirmed a break back into this price range that we've been in over the past 2 months. And so while the Bitcoin price is sitting within this price range, it is entirely possible that we could drop below 40,000. But one important thing to mention here is these short-term bearish signs that I'm talking about, like this short-term bearish trend, at least as of right now, technically speaking, they are still in the somewhat shorter term, because even back here when the Bitcoin price was sitting in this price range, we saw a lot of bearish price action, but that was followed by more bullish price action back up towards that 45k level of resistance. So for as long as the Bitcoin price does not break below these lows on the larger time frames, we are not looking overly bearish. Right now we are sitting in this neutral range, because of course this is a sideways price range. And if you're looking at the 3-day Bitcoin RSI, we've just seen a rejection from this massive line of resistance, which is important to pay attention to. But for more information on this, I strongly recommend checking out my last Bitcoin update video that I posted yesterday. And in case any of you were wondering, yes, on the weekly Bitcoin chart, this weekly bullish cross in the MACD is technically still there because the histogram is sitting in the green. But the longer the Bitcoin price stays below 45k, so basically if we're spending a long amount of time back into this price range again, then this bullish cross in the weekly Bitcoin MACD will start fading away if we don't get above 45k again soon. So basically, to summarize this video, we are looking more bearish in the shorter term when you're looking at the 12-hour chart, for example. But when you zoom out to some slightly larger time frames, technically speaking, we are looking more neutral above anything else, because like I said, we would only start flipping much more bearish again if we take out this higher low structure on the daily chart, which right now this line of support is sitting at around 39,000. So that is also an important level to pay attention to. But anyway, if you found this video useful or simply enjoyed this, please make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And in case any of you were wondering where I am, I'm actually in Melbourne at the moment for the Formula 1. And for any of you interested in seeing some content around that, make sure to follow me over on my Instagram, and the link to my new Instagram is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. Also, just before we click off, make sure you're checking out one of these uploads popping up right here on your screen if you are interested in making more money in crypto, whether or not prices are going up, down, or sideways. But anyway, that is it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.